It's Miss LFC, and this video today will be sort of briefly about why I support this club here, Liverpool FC, which is an English Premier League club for those who don't watch football. For those who do, you already may be aware how big this team is. Um, a lot of people have asked me throughout the years, Miss LFC, why do you support football? Why do you watch it? As a girl, I suppose some people might think it's strange that I watch it so much. I do watch it a lot, and I used to watch it a lot more when I was a little bit younger. I think to answer that question, it wasn't because, and there's a few reasons why that was proposed to me, like, oh, I don't know, do you like a football player? I don't know, is there a hot guy that you follow? A lot of girls assume that I kind of just follow because there's hot guys in the club, but it's not really why I support it. It goes way back to my childhood. I've always liked football. So in school, I played football just for fun with the peers, with the sports groups. I've been quite sporty in my primary school days. In my high school days, I was still sporty. I did actually enjoy various sports, but I didn't really take it seriously because I was told as a brown girl that I need to go to university, I need to study, I need to do this, I need to do that. So I basically focused on study and having an education, which I don't see a problem with now. I don't think that having an education is a bad thing. I would definitely encourage people to have an education. It's very important. And I think as a girl, it's very important as well. Now, that didn't stop me from following football. I still follow my club. Throughout my high school years, I was watching, I don't know, the FIFA World Cup. I was watching the English Premier League as I was working part-time in a pay TV company, which offered me a package that I could watch, and I was entitled to watch English Premier League through that package. Now, I'm very grateful for the opportunities that I've had in my lifetime so far. I've come a long way, and football has always been sort of like a hobby. Like I've always watched it, and particularly Liverpool. I don't know how to say it, but I've always got hope by watching Liverpool FC play. Now, the motto for the club is "You'll never walk alone," and I could affiliate with this because there were times in my life where I felt really, really down. I was in a dark period. I didn't know what to do, and sometimes just watching these games would lift my mood. There's things that I don't want to go through in detail with you, but I've been through a lot, and I feel like Liverpool and watching these games have helped me go through those dark times and escape. And I think it's been a very important part of my journey, in fact. Even though it's just, it's a sport, it's a big club. I'm in Australia, I'm not in England. That another question that people ask me, why do you support the English Premier League, not the Australian League? Now, Australian League is different. It's relatively new to the English Premier League. I would say there's some differences in the way the leagues operate as well, and I think English Premier League is huge. Like everyone knows about it, and also the clubs that play there, they're very professional. Not saying that the Australian League is not professional, but I'm just saying it's a very well established league, and we have some, very professional players and a very fast paced league. Now, A League has some catching up to do, and I'll make a future video about A League, but okay, cutting to the chase, I've always supported the Reds. The Reds have changed and evolved over the number of years. I started watching through Brendan Rodgers, his team. Steven Gerrard was in there, Luis Suarez, Sadio Mane, just to name a few, Robert Firmino, Bobby Days, and now we have Arne Slot, and I've continuously watched the club develop and change over time. I've watched they win the Champions League club recently, and now they've won the English Premier League, which has been a long time coming. So I just want to affiliate back to the motto, which is "You will never walk alone." And I could always, always relate to every time the song was played before a match, when the crowd sings it. When I was there in some of the games here in Australia, the friendlies, one being the 2013 friendly game against Melbourne Victory, I think it was. 100,000 supporters in the MCG, which is a cricket stadium in Melbourne, Australia. But just to see the sea of red supporters and just to be amongst that was amazing. And then there was, fast forward in 2015, there was another friendly match in Brisbane, I believe, and I also went to that. And most recently, I went to the 2023 match against Tottenham at White Hart Lane in England, and that was amazing. But more importantly, when I went to the stadium at Anfield, it really struck a chord. I couldn't describe how I felt being in the stadium itself and just being shown the locker room with all the t-shirts, all the legends t-shirts around the locker room, and just being there taking photos with the players t-shirts and things like that, and the trophy cabinet, amazing. Jurgen was a big part of Liverpool's journey to the Champions League victory, and just having his presence there in videos and trophies and things like that, it was amazing. So just a little snippet as to why I support LFC. A lot of people have been asking me throughout this whole time, and even now that I'm posting on social media, why do you support it? Why do you support it? I can assure you, it's not because I like a football player or I have a crush on someone. It's purely because I can affiliate with a club. And just to add, there was a player called Harry Kewell who used to play for Liverpool FC. Now, Harry Kewell is an Australian, and now he's doing some coaching and assistant coaching in other teams around the world. However, he was from Western Sydney, which is where I'm from. And to go from Western Sydney to an English Premier League club was huge. And for me to see that was, and I think that's also one of the reasons why I follow football, is because I saw a player from Australia go from this league to an English Premier League, and I thought, wow, how amazing. And since that, I've been following through. So I hope this gives you a better insight as to why I post about Liverpool FC and why I support the club and why I'm so passionate about football in general. And I hope this gives you a better understanding as to what my videos may be about and why I post. Thank you. Thanks for your support as always.